know I hate it when you sneak attack. I'd hate it more if you held back. You move so strange, but who am I to make fun? Shadow kissed, we turn the volume up one. In another dream I see you hovering. You've made a weapon of a rolling pin. As if by strings you're coming in at arm's length, and turn my neck into your little blood bank. You're on my mind, more than I'd like to admit. On my mind, and I feel desperate. Is ducky good or ducky bad? You're so pretty when you're ironclad. I love your handwriting, I love your genome. My wolves are howling, are you on your way home? I feed you every time I dream you up. I even let you use my tiki cup. I'm doing sit-ups till I have to lie down and see you gleaming in a gray nightgown. You're on my mind, more than I'd like to admit. On my mind, and I feel desperate. I dream you in the day and in the night. I dream you every shade of amylite. I dream you walking down spiraling stairs. I dream a mountain with 4 of your face up there. I dream a sauna where we sit and sweat. I dream we argue what to name a pet. I wish I put it down in a few words. When I dreamt of you the 23rd, the 23rd, the 23rd. You're on my mind, more than I'd like to admit. On my mind, and I feel desperate, and I feel desperate. San Antonio and blame it on the name. Covering Piano Man to critical acclaim. Waking up at 7 p.m. from a nap. Waiting every second for a string to snap. Nothing as you want it. Buzzing in a bonnet till you sit on it and scream. A chord with nothing in it. You pivot to your clinical and cynical and mean. Even Boromir had a drip feed dad. Lawless is a soda gone bad. Frying up a cod just to know the sauce. Devil with the demon with the horns all lost. You go to mail a package. You're always running errands when you have no friends. But you forget the adage. A mailman smiles and the sadness ends. And you laugh like the whole time. That anger, what was it for? There was no coup, there was no crime. Water into wine. So you kick around Guadalupe Street, stupid in a jacket with your hair cut neat. Nobody to love you in the way that you miss. If somebody hits me, then I've gotta exist. Buy the church's chicken. You start to feel it quicken in a flickering light. A gut you wanna suck in. Like a top sheet tucking, it's a fucked up fight. Lennie with the puppy in his punishing hands. nicer to the checkout girl, sleeping in your closet. Sodium deposits in your slipping body weight, reaching in your pocket to call up everybody just to say you're doing great. And you laugh, oh you laugh, like the whole time. All that anger, what was it for? With your sideburns touching the chrome, Lennie's coming home. Like Lennie's coming home. Like Lennie's coming home. Like Lennie's coming home. Draw a line in my life, singing this is the new way I behave now, and actually live by the shape of that sound. Circle in the back of my throat, spinning in my head and on my pillow, telling you things you don't need to know. Letting you know I trust you so much. Then I'm looking at you through the lights, a circle blinking in the tungsten, wondering how I seem to you, forgetting the words I'm singing for you. Am I forgetting how it felt? Sleeping with your rings on, cardinal wings in the early morning, waking up to a metaphor for me. I draw a line in my skin, I'm pinning down and co-ed meaning. Mark me right below the ampersand. Perforated line, dry summer on my own land. Then it circulates around town. Do I double down because I'm stubborn? The needle on the phonographic sound. You're digging it up as soon as it's drawn down. Am I forgetting how it felt? If you sing along, do you remember? Mark this feeling in the simplest shape. Let me finally let it fall away.
Hey. Puola. Ja nämä sitten täällä kun
Fox in the snow, where will you go? 'cause you are starving. Don't let yourself grow hungry now. Don't let yourself grow cold. Fox in the snow. Girl in the snow, where will you go to find someone who will do? Someone to tell all of your truths before it kills you. Listen to your crazy life before you hang a ride and disappear from sight. What do they know anyway? You read it in a book. What do they know anyway? Read it in a book tonight. Cycle round the town. You're going up, you're going down, you're going nowhere. It's not as if they're paying you. It's not as if it's fun. At least not anymore. When your legs are black and blue, it's time to take a break. When your legs are black and blue, it's time to take a holiday. Once a year, it only happens once this lifetime. Make the most of it. Second just to being born, second to dying too. What else could you do? What else would you do? What else would you do? What else would you do? Fox in the snow. When your legs looking black and blue. Fox in the snow. Not as if they're paying you. Fox in the snow. When your legs looking black and blue. Fox in the snow. Not as if they're paying you. Fox in the snow. When your legs looking black and blue. Fox in the snow. It's not as if they're paying you. Fox in the snow. When your legs looking black and blue. Fox in the snow. It's not as if they're paying you. Fox in the snow. What did you think I meant? It was late, my mouth was open, brain was circuit bending. I don't know what I said, but now you stare at me. I'm a stranger every second. Completely, but I can't pay the fucking cost. I don't know what happened, I don't ghost.
Something that you've made, a touchable thing that you've made, that a dog can't chew through. No matter how rage and you flex, this won't look good in retrospect. There's a poster on the floor that'll never hang up. There's a soft little song that I've never sang tough when my planets all die. Will you tell me why? put down the dog, if I put down the dog, I hope it won't look. I hope it won't look at me. When I put down the dog, if I put down the dog, I'm liable to shiver like you fold me up in a snowflake. And know the sound that a muted throat makes. If you're so nice, will you tell me? If you're so sweet to the hound on the street, won't you teach me how to not go off like a Broadway bomb? I bet it was in his car, I bet it was in her house. I bet that's when the fur first dried up my mouth. Somebody's glued the truth to the roof of it. And I'm a keychain losing keys to the sewer from the breeze. Like you folded me up in a snowflake. I know the sound that a muted throat makes.
stuck on hell. My concentration shook again. Dirty dishes for a week. Now there are only two. One for me and one for you. My concentration shook again.
I don't know what to talk about.
Well, you're such a great comedian. Why don't you ad-lib something?
Nicolas Cage bought a pyramid in a standing grave cemetery out of fear. A house he bought was haunted, now he claims he's in the clear. If that doesn't sum up the city that I'm walking in, gotta say, I don't know what I'm doing here. I should get lost more often, it's good for me. Spectral body, unburdened by certainty. Walking with a sinus infection at 6 a.m. abandoned Bourbon Street. Listening to Simon Joyner hitting weird. At 6:30 I see trucks that come to power wash the road of spilled blood, liquor and upchuck. The hose operators are bummed out but they thumbs up. I cough into my elbow, the sun cautiously comes up. I get to buy water, feeling translucent in the big beady eye of history. See through me please, through the lens of hardships and mysticism. My own provenance put through your prism. I love you so much, and you're confusing. What tone should I be using? Reverence and reminiscence or something more amusing? The most conflicted set of square feet in the USA. I feel like Jake in late 70s New York in the Dark Tower. I feel the set of powers that settled it are counting the hours till the big event where they lock eyes and say it's been horrible and gorgeous, like a sidewalk flower. I hear a man yelling Vietnamese across the street. I asked Nick while on his right in the passenger seat if he felt an energy as a New Orleans citizen. We've been hearing our whole lives, we're listening now. We feel little, we bow. We commit to a vow to take the will of the Haitians and respect it. To take the spirit of the Natchez and forever protected in the silence of graves and emotional gravity. French quarter depravity, God locked away in the Marigny at the bottom of the pontoon train. I lie prostrate, I need this, the kind of ego death I believe in. I want to move forward in that I want to die in a way that's organic, like the wind lifts me over the Spanish colony leftovers, and the history of violence comes alive and just swallows me up, and I won't jerk around inside, I swear to God. A Portuguese macabre queen abhors to be to the king of the bone orchard. I remain a silent supporter. I've got a king cake Abita bottle on this porch, watching the kids run, temp at a million. Everyone looks different and acts the same, I can't explain it. All of earth in a big basin with no drainage. I need to be lost in it, I need to be held hostage. I need an adjacent cottage, I don't even need friends. I used to have a last will and testament draft in my phone notes. Every person to an item connoted. Then the side of me that did that kind of shit got demoted, and it's been a weird river since then that I backflowed. I think I've gotten where I wanted to go. Like Nicolette reading Cannery Row, I feel calmer in the thick of a metropolitan consulate for the inconsolable and eternally complicated. I would do anything to be an empty vessel, take my body and avenge the ancestral. I bet everybody here sees thestrals. They all speak in quatrains of real pain written in pencil. I wanna revisit the will that I wrote too soon. Somebody finds it underneath the big blue moon. So many pages but the text abruptly cuts. It says they should bury me in New Orleans no matter what.
If you could go to the greatest island of your choice and go with the most beautiful woman of your dreams and for a month have a fantastic tropical paradise, but in return you don't remember any of it when you get home, would you accept that bargain?
jeweler named Yoni just ahead of my steps where we slept. There is now a matted valley. The trees all budding in an emerald bloom made a room, but not a home exactly. The sun then slept and we crept through the dark. We barked at the moon till a boom shook us to scatter. I called out to Yoni through thickets and brush till a touch on my foot from his nose was all that mattered. It might be hard to hear, but it's harder to say. Need to trust that you're behind me when I'm running away. There's no leash in my hand, just a love that we understand. Time and time again, I am your man. Dale came from the city when Laura was found. As bad as it sounded, the Douglas firs were swaying. He and the sheriff took a town from its bed and flipped it on head with each question this was raising. The spirits were wild and beguiled them both. For the sheriff it meant some growth, but he was growing. Dale always smiled when the sheriff held true. What's a pair to do when the truth was awful knowing? Might be hard to hear, but it's harder to say. Need to trust that you're behind me when I'm running away. There's no cuff on a hand, just a love that we understand. Time and time again, I am your man. I wept at a wedding like it was a wake. I hid behind cake and I shivered through the service. But who could be selfish when it's all resolute? I put it on mute and negated all the nervousness. I met all kinds of family and held a few flowers and counted the hours till goodbye was heard from all sides. But through all the restraint and the petty complaints, the words were far from faintly said in her eyes. It might be hard to hear, but it's harder to say. Need to trust that you're behind me when I'm running away. With whatever's at hand, there's a love that we understand. Time and time again, I am